Yo, what up fellow Lancers, it's your boy here, Judai Yuki, and today people, we're going to be doing another Yuma deck profile. This is going to be Yuma's Duel Carnival deck profile, the deck that he used during the Duel Carnival Arc. This will go in part with the Yugi Muto or Yami Yugi Battle City deck. That deck profile was uploaded a long time ago, but it will be in the link in the description, so if you want to watch that's his Battle City deck, and this one, then that's good, because today on the channel it's going to be a really cool duel coming up. It's going to be Yuma Tsukumo versus Yami Yugi Battle City deck and Duel Carnival deck. So both those decks that they used during the tournament arc, they're going to be using in this duel. So it's going to be fun. You know, there's, you already know Yugi's deck. You know, he had freaking Magnet Warriors, the Slife for the Sky Dragon, and all this other stuff. So it's going to be cool to see Yuma's tournament deck face off against Yuki's tournament deck. So yeah, that's going to be coming at the same time as this video. So if you're watching this video now, it's probably already on the channel because I'm planning on uploading it at the same time. So it's going to be 2 videos in one day. So this is either being uploaded on Sunday or Monday, so you guys will know what day it is. But most likely I'm trying to get it out Sunday, which is today. So yeah, anyway, let's just get started with the deck profile. Pretty simple and straightforward because, it's just an arc deck build. So yeah, I'm gonna start with the level 4s like usual. We got Goblindbergh, we got Kagetokage, we got Bullblader. I need to buy the real card, I still don't have it. Tasuke Knight, Gogogo Giant, Gogogo Golem, Gogogo Ghost, and then Gagaga Magician, Gagaga Gardna, Gagaga Girl, Gagaga Caesar, Gagaga Clerk. Then for the level 3, some other level 3s other than Clerk and Girl, we got Achacha Archer and Achacha Chambara. I need to also get this card. You could also replace this with Zubaba Buster and Zubaba Knight, whichever combo you want to use. But I chose this one because it does burn damage, and this what the deck is about. We got Damage Mage, we got Full Elf. I need to buy this card too. This is a neat card. I haven't used this card too often, but it actually has a pretty cool effect. Once per turn, you can reveal one monster in your hand, increase this card's level by the level of that monster until the end phase. So that's helpful with some Xe summoning if you have some off levels, and he'll help out. So I'm actually going to test that card out to see how good it is, but I think it has potential in this deck. Card D for draw power, use its anime effect, is much better. Then we got Bacon Saver, obviously, and then the final cards, we got the ZEXAL weapons. We got ZEXAL weapon Unicorn Spear, ZEXAL weapon Phoenix Bow, ZEXAL weapon Tornado Bringer, and Lightning Blade. You guys should already know what this does from the Hope deck profile. This prevents Hope from being targeted. This prevents your ZEXAL weapons from being destroyed by card effects. This if your Hope destroys an opponent's, if your Hope Ray, these two only equip to Hope Ray, so that's the downside. It doesn't equip to any Hope monster, it's only to the Chaos Hope Ray, and that's pretty much it. So, or Utopia Ray, as you guys know in the dubbed, and basically all of them give Utopia Ray extra power. Since this is the Duel Carnival Arc, obviously there's not going to be any of the other forms of Utopia or Hope, so it's literally just Hope Ray. So all of these cards will equip to him, which is fantastic. So he could get up to a ridiculous amount of attack points with these cards right here and be protected and everything. So it's pretty good. But yeah, those are the ZEXAL weapons right there. Let's get into the spell cards real quick. So I tried to add some new cards in here as well, and not just do the same old generic stuff that I always do. So we got obviously Double or Nothing, or Double Up Chance. We got Ego Boost, Monster Reborn, the classic cards. Xy's Treasure anime card. In the link in the description, any anime card that I used in this deck profile, it should be in the link in the description below. I have to remember to set that up for you guys so you guys can print out these anime cards yourselves. But yeah, Xy's Treasure, draw 1 card for each Xy's monster, on the field. Xy's Revival anime card. It's basically a premature burial, but for Xy's monsters. It's the same thing, but you don't have to pay life points. Gagaga Revenge, Gagaga Bolt. You have a lot of Gagaga monsters, so that's going to come in handy. ZEXAL Catapult, anime card. Its effect reads: special summon one ZEXAL weapon monster from your hand. Very simple, very straightforward. That can help out. You can special summon obviously any of the ZEXAL weapons, but you could also special summon what is it, the Unicorn Spear, because his effect doesn't equip straight from the hand, so you can special summon him and then equip that to Rei, and obviously you could do it with the other ones too. So then we got the anime card 7 Store. Tribute one Xyz monster you control and draw one card. Draw one card plus one for each Xyz material had on it. So, you know, if you tribute Hope, you draw 3 cards essentially. Then we got 2 other anime cards, 2 new cards to try out. I've tried these ones out before, but 2 new cards to try out. I got Giant Hunter right here. Its effect is if the equipped monster attacks, your opponent can activate spell or trap cards until the end of the battle phase. So it's pretty good. It's like in Armides, I believe. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, if your life point is lower than your opponent's, the attack of the equipped monster's attack target is half to the end phase. So basically, you attack your opponent's monster, and if your life points are lower than your opponent's monster that you're attacking, their monster's attack is halved until the end of the battle phase. So it helps you get over, you know, big monsters, which is fantastic. The final anime spell card, we got Flash Effect. He used this in the tournament as well at some point. Actually, no, I don't think it was in the tournament. I think it was before then. But during the battle phase, when a monster effect is activated on the field, target that monster gains 800 attack. Also, the effects of all monsters currently on the field are negated. These changes last until the end of the battle phase, so it kind of just negates everything on the field. You know, it gives a monster power. I think it. Yeah, so you could use this against your opponent, but you would be giving them 800 attack, but it would be negating every monster effect on the field, so it might be worth it. But yeah, give that a shot. It's a pretty good card. Next, we got the trap cards. The traditional half unbreak. We got impenetrable attack. Then we got anime trap card, Courageous Heart. Pay half your life points, target one effect monster your opponent control. This turn negate that monster's effects and the activations of those effects. So it's a bit of a cost. That's the one downside. It's a great card, but it's like you gotta pay half your life points, and sometimes that can be kind of risky depending on what point in the game you're at. But it's still a good card. Use it in a very tight spot when you know, like, you're trying to make a big move, your opponent is using a monster effect that will like completely dominate you, and this is the only way out. So yeah, Courageous Heart. We got Overlay Buster anime card. Target one monster you control. That target gains 500 attack during the battle phase only. Also, each time this card destroys an opponent's Xyz monster by battle, this turn inflicts 500 points of damage to your opponent for each Xyz material that was attached to that monster. So yeah, its second effect you won't be able to use unless you're fighting an Xyz user. Yeah, I tried to make sure for this deck not to add too many specific cards that fight against Xyz monsters, because obviously if you're using this deck, you're not always going to be fighting somebody who has Xyz. So I try not to build the deck with so much Xyz combat type of cards, because that's just too situational. You're not always going to be fighting Xyz users. But yeah, we got the anime card, Guts card. I like this card, it's pretty cool. When an opponent's monster targets a monster you control for an attack, target one monster you control except the attack target, change that attack target to that monster, and the targeted monster cannot be destroyed by battle this turn. So it redirects the attack, and it also protects the new monster that's being targeted for the attack. So I just think that's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. And then the final 2 cards, we got Copy Knight, you know, for Xyz plays, and Xyz Reflect for, you know, protecting your Xyz monsters from being targeted. And yeah, so that's pretty much right there. That's the main deck. Yeah, that's the main deck right there. The extra deck, you know, very simple and straightforward. We got, you know, Utopia or Hope. We got the Hope Rei, which is going to be your, I guess, your boss monster, so to speak. You know, because they all equip to Utopia Rei. We got number 17 Leviathan Dragon. We got number 11 Big Eye, because he did get that also. So yeah, we got ZEXAL Weapon Leo Arms, very powerful card. Its effect, he equips to a Utopia monster, gives it 3,000 attack points. Its other effect is you can attach a material from this card to search a ZEXAL weapon from your deck to your hand. So very powerful, and it has another effect where if this card is equipped to Utopia and it attacks, I think you could send this equipped card to the graveyard to get a second attack on an opponent's monster during the battle phase. So you get a second attack too. So he's really cool. He's really awesome. He's fun to use. We got number 25 Force Focus. I pretty much added a bunch of numbers that he collected in the first season of Yu-Gi-Oh! ZEXAL. So you know, up until the end of the tournament. So that's why some of these cards are in here. Even if he didn't use them in season 1, he did collect them, like him and Astro. So these are cards that he's capable of using at any point in time. Number 16, Shockmaster. That was another one. Number 34, Terabyte. Then we got the non-number monsters. We got the all three of the Jin monsters. They're all rank 3s right there. We got Gagaga Gunman, or Gagaga Cowboy, as you guys know him as. We got Heroic Challenger Excalibur, which he got in that season from Gosh after he defeated him, and you know, he gave him that card. And then finally, One-Eyed Skill Gainer. I still don't have this card in real life either, but yeah, this is very specific. It's only against Xyz monsters, so you'll hardly ever get to summon him, and he's 3 level 4 monsters, which is hard enough to summon as it is. But yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much the deck right there. It's very simple, very straightforward. If I'm missing any numbers that he collected in season 1, just add it in there. I don't have all the numbers yet. I'm still in the process of collecting them all. So yeah, I'm still working on that. We're gonna get into the side deck real quick. I'm just gonna quickly go through it because, you know, there's not really too much to explain. It's just kind of like cards that he used in either in that arc or before that arc. So anything up until the end of that arc is pretty much everything that's in this build. Anyway, so we got Curry Vault. Use its anime effect, so that way when you're fighting an Xyz monster, you could attach all their materials and summon tokens, and then you know that's pretty good. Armor Release. I didn't add it in the main deck just because I wanted to try something a little different, but obviously that's good in there too, so you could normal summon your level 5s and then blah blah blah. You don't even have level, well, the only level 5s in this deck right now are pretty much the ZEXAL weapons, and obviously you can go for Gagaga Magician, Gagaga Girl, Gagaga Clerk. You know, there's combos to make rank 5, so don't worry about it. You could still do it even without this card and stuff. There's still ways to summon the rank 5s, but yeah, you could add this card just in the side deck for a reason. Magamole, you could add that in there. Overlay Eater, this is like Xyz support. There's a couple other ones. This is only if you're fighting an Xyz user, so that's why it's not in the main deck. Zubaba Knight, Zubaba Buster, like I said before. We got Dodo the Warrior. Didn't add him in there because I didn't really have anything to go into. I guess Force Focus, I believe, because he's a rank 6, but other than that, there's not really much you can do with him, so I kind of left him out for the time being. We got Dodo the Bot. We got Gambara Naito. We got Grand Duram, also against Xyz users, and Overlay Owl. I don't have this card yet. This is a printout for now. Proxy, and these are like if you're fighting Xyz users. So yeah, that's in the side deck. And then we got the final ZEXAL weapon, Ultimate Shield. I didn't add it in the main deck because this is kind of a bit more situational than the other ones, and it's not as good because this is like if your Utopia gets banished, you can summon this card, it brings it back and equips it to him, and then gives him defense points and all that stuff. But that very rarely happens in a character duel where your ace will get banished. It happens in certain times. It can happen, but it very rarely happens. So you won't really see it happen. And it gives him defense points, not attack points. So it doesn't really help out in that sense. But yeah. Anyway, it's still there. It's still a cool ZEXAL weapon. That's the monsters. We got the anime card Half Guard. If an attack position monster you control would be destroyed by battle, it is not destroyed by that battle. And after damage calculation, change its defense position. Pretty cool card. Bye damage. This card is powerful. Target one face-up attack position monster you control. This turn it cannot be destroyed by battle. And if you take any battle damage from battles involving that monster, your opponent takes twice the battle damage you took. So it's kind of like a double knockout card, pretty much, so to speak. We got Fiery Fever. We got Damage Diet. We got Dimension Gate, which this is a way to banish your Utopia if you want to try the Ultimate Shield, you know, because you could banish Utopia, summon this, and then do that, and you could force it yourself if you really want to. But yeah, spell cards. We got Thunder Short. We got Xyz Double Back, which he used against Kaito after the tournament ended, but before the second season. We got Gagaga Draw. We got Blustering Winds, and we got some anime cards right here. We got Card of Spell Containment. Draw 2 cards. You cannot activate spell cards or set the turn you activate, set cards the turn you activate this effect. So it's like a free draw too, but you know, it has some restrictions. You can't activate spells and you can't set cards. Then we got the quick play spell card Decrease, an anime card. Target one monster you control that has a level, reduce that target's level by 2 until the end phase. So this is kind of like if you have off levels and you really want to go for a low level Xyz monster, but your levels are a little off, bam, decrease one of them by 2, and then hopefully, you know, that helps. That's like, you know, for Xyz plays. Final anime card, Xyz Unity, an equipped spell card. Equipped only to a face-up Xyz monster. Once returned, you can change the equipped monster from defense position to attack position, and if you do, it gains attack equal to the total attack of all face-up defense position Xyz monsters you currently control until the end phase. During your battle phase, you can send one monster, one face-up Xyz monster you control to the graveyard during the battle phase. The equipped monster can attack once again for each monster sent to the graveyard this way. Also, it can attack your opponent directly. Wow, okay. So I didn't add this in the main deck, obviously, because it's a very hard card to pull off. You need to have at least one Xyz. Hold on. You need to have at least one Xyz monster other than your main monster that you're going to equip this to. And then it gains defense equal to that monster's defense, and then it can attack again multiple times. You contribute it to attack again, and then so it's a very powerful card if you're able to pull off like maybe 2 or 3 Xyz monsters with high defense, give all the defense to Utopia, and then tribute them off to get multiple attacks. So it's very powerful. It can definitely do something, but it's very hard to pull off, which is why it's not in the main deck. That's if you want to try that out, and you know, you definitely can. You definitely can do it. It's just hard. But yeah, so that's pretty much it, guys. That's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed. I made this deck. Basically, I haven't tested this deck out, but you know, it's a season like 2 deck. It's not really like a. It's hard to say what the strengths and weaknesses of the deck are, because it's just, for the most part, it's just a season 2 deck, you know, with whatever cards were available. But this deck is good. It still works. It's very powerful. It still works. It's just obviously you're limited to what you can do, because I can't use any cards that were used after the tournament, because this is a Duel Carnival deck profile. But it's still good. It still holds its own as a season 2 deck. You know, it's very powerful, and it'll probably work very well like dueling the Battle City deck of Yugi's deck. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. It's a really fun deck. Try it out. I made it so that you guys could actually summon as much as you possibly can with the amount of cards available, and it's still good. It still works. It's a great deck. Trust me, guys. Just have fun with it. And also, since you guys just watched this, please go watch this deck fight off against Yugi's Battle City deck. It's already on the channel, so just go ahead and watch it. It's a really fun duel, I guarantee, and the ending is fantastic. I guarantee that for you guys. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. See you guys next time. God bless you guys. Gotcha!